Tell us when we're live. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the University of Manitoba Bison stream against the Miami Redhawks here in Collegiate League of Legends action. We just watched Game 1, a 27-minute and 1-second victory by the University of Manitoba Bisons, and we're heading into Game 2 to see if the Redhawks are going to be able to answer back a game where they got kind of stomped.
Yeah, and if I'm giving some advice to Miami, I'm saying ban Vladimir, man. That was just way too scary for them to face unkept, and he just did such a great job of those engages on that champion, so that's really tough for them to face.
And that's exactly what they do. They ban the Gangplank and the Vladimir over here in the first round of banning so far. They also go with a Varus. So over on the U of M side, they're banning the Sejuani and the Zoe so far. So yeah, they're taking your advice basically.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that. Also, not at all surprised to see it. So yeah, those bans coming in, and yeah, we're seeing that Zoe. I don't think we're going to see any Zoe in this series. Looks like we're probably not going to see any Sejuani either. That's even with the nerf on the Q, giving her a little less mobility. Still very, very powerful champion in the jungle and for those engages and early ganks.
And again, like I said earlier, not that he one-tricked Sejuani, but dude salad on the other side, just very comfortable.
A lot of Sejuani play.
So they're just like, let's just not deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Tristana banned out as well. They don't want to face that. Tristana just so strong in the bottom lane right now. She just does everything. She's strong in lane. She's strong late game. She's got great team fight presence. She has long range. She's safe. It's just like really, really hard to play against.
Scaling 80 carries right now are so strong because right now no one has armor like they used to with the old runes. So like someone like Tristana can do damage early now. And then, they have that mid-game lull like every 80 carry. But the late game, they just pop off and go. We saw that Heartway going 3-1-7 last game on the Tristana. So,
we see speaking of which, we see the Varus ban coming in as well. Another late-game scaling AD carry who's strong in lane. And so it's just like it's a no-brainer. You got to get rid of those champions or pick them. So there you go.
So Galio being picked up by the Redhawks on their side with their first pick they used. On the other side, Camille and the J4 being picked up by the University of Manitoba. So two picks that we've seen in the past do so much damage and do so much work.
Yeah, that's right. And so the Camille matchup, Camille very strong in lane, as we know, and that's going to be, they're going to want to focus a little bit around that Camille and try to get that snowballing so that she can get priority in that top lane and get that pushing, get some damage out, and be a duelist that nobody can face up against in the top lane. And so the Gnar is the answer once again.
Yeah, so Nard's going to come out there, and so is the Nidalee coming out for the Miami Redhawks. And the last pick of this first round of picks is going to be the Tarek for the University of Manitoba.
And we do see actually the Xayah ban coming in, and that's from the University of Manitoba, I believe. So that's an interesting. Or is that Miami who banned Xayah?
Yeah, no, that's Manitoba that bans.
Manitoba banned Xayah. So interesting to see the Xayah ban. I guess they just don't want to face against a team comp that has Xayah in it because so strong in team fights. Once again, just really, really good at avoiding dying and just putting out a lot of damage AoE in those team fights. So really not that surprising, I suppose, to see that Xayah ban and the Tom Kench ban coming out as well for the University of Manitoba.
Yeah, as well, the Redhawks ban out the Azir. Again, just a super solid pick, and the Gangplank there as well now for them. So just taking out a lot of high damage that Manitoba competitors should be doing.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see what happens here. I'm a little surprised to see. Oh no, that's not. So we got two mid lane bans out of Miami. That's the Azir and Rise, and that is I gotta wonder what they're gonna do in that mid lane. So that they've got the Galio, and I wonder what the answer is gonna be for University of Manitoba in that mid lane, since a lot of the meta picks are banned out right now. Zoe, Azir, and Rise, kind of the big three, I think, in competitive play right now. So we'll see what they choose here.
Yeah, University of Manitoba picking up Ezreal to go into the bottom lane. The kind of solo Q star right now when it comes.
And here's the Kassadin hover. There it is, locked in. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
We're looking to see kept popping off last game again with a 9-0 and 8 record, looking to potentially do the same thing with Kassadin. Meanwhile, the Redhawks go with the Karma and Caitlyn bottom lane for them.
Oh, just lane dominance. Yeah, the Karma Caitlyn's so annoying to lane against, especially for somewhat of a passive lane like the Tarek and Ezra. I mean, the Tarek does want to engage a little bit, but man, it's just so hard to face up against that Caitlyn Karma constantly pushing you into that turret, constantly denying you farm and poking you out. Really, really strong matchup there.
Yeah, definitely. So a nice team composition put together by both teams coming to this game. Once again, if you are just turning in, this is game 2 of our best of 3 series of our Division 1 University of Manitoba collegiate team facing off against the Miami Redhawks. So why don't you get us started introducing our teams for anyone just tuning in?
Yeah, we'll take a mulligan on that last team introduction. And we'll go with the U of M Division 1 team. And in the top lane, we have Rodov. In the jungle, Soul. Mid, Kept. ADC, Hartwig. And support, KBS.
Good job saying that in the correct order. And
thank you very much. I really tried.
And for the Miami Redhawks, we have Fire Hoops over in the top lane. Jungle being done by Dude Salad. The mid laner is Deathhawk. AD carry position is being played by Iceberg Slim. And their support is Alex and Theo.
Perfect, Johnny. 1 out of 1.
There we go.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
I did the enemy team in the correct order. Oh my
exactly. We're doing great. I believe in us.
We're doing great. So again, we do have an RP giveaway that will be done at the end of the stream. So ways you can get this RP that we're giving away. For every hour of watching, you get 12 points that go towards a draw. However, you can also get points by answering questions we're going to be periodically asking throughout the stream. So first question for this game, who do you think is going to win this game? Again, University of Manitoba picking up the first win in pretty handed fashion. Who's going to win game number 2? Let us know in the Twitch chat below for a chance to get 5 more points towards this RP giveaway that we're doing as we wait for the spectator delay so we can get into the game and get into the action.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, I mean, the thing about a best of 3 is that it's really mental fortitude really comes into play, especially after a game 1 like that, where U of Manitoba really just kind of wiped the floor with Miami. It can be a really demoralizing thing to lose like that. What the Redhawks have to do is just put that from their mind. They learn from that. They know what champions to ban. They know kind of how University of Manitoba want to play, but they really just have to come into this fresh as if it's a best of 1 and just fight the tilt, because it can really affect you. As everybody knows, we all play solo queue. We all know that tilt can really, really affect people's play, and they really have to just mitigate that by doing a hard reset on their brains.
And they almost have a really good pick here. I see in their pick that I like for the Redhawks. If I am, once again, removing nameplates from this and just thinking who I think I like the team comps better, I do like Miami Redhawks team comp. The only awkward pick I really see here is the Nidalee. Again, that was a player being forced off to Sejuani from a ban. His second pick in J4, his second most played pick in J4, is being picked by University of Manitoba. Doesn't want to go with the Zach this time around. Maybe didn't feel like he knew how to play that as much. Maybe needs to practice more. And jumps onto a Nidalee, which is the only kind of awkward pick in this entire team comp. I don't really know what that adds in terms of team fights or whatever they're trying to do over there. But you see it over on the University of Manitoba side. They're going for a lot of poke, a lot of wave clear. They have Cassidy to do tons of damage. That Camille can just hard carry this game. So lots of different potential carry options for Manitoba in this game. Yeah,
and a good team fight. You know, what I do like about the Nidalee is that, Redhawks have gone for sort of a similar idea as what University of Manitoba did last time, which was pushing lanes. They want to get lane priority. They want to push their lanes into the turret. And Nidalee actually really thrives on that because she is able to just move around in that jungle so quickly, get lots of vision, get lots of information, steal camps, and get those objectives. And so I think with the Nidalee, they're looking for objective control. And so actually, I don't mind it might become a problem if Nidalee doesn't get too strong and is sort of not that relevant in team fights later on. But I do like what the Nidalee can do for them in the early to mid game with objective control. So we'll see how Dude Salad executes that, because as you say, it is a bit of an awkward pick in their late game team fight and could result in a little bit, maybe not enough damage. We do have the Galio and Gnar, good champions in lane, not super high damage late game, especially compared to the U of M composition. So I really like what the U of M are doing with their team fight.
Yeah, and like you said, with that Nidalee, if they get first blood or something, it could be a huge advantage. So that brings us to our next question for the RP giveaway. Who do you think is going to get first blood in this game? Is it going to be Dude Salad? Is he going to be able to snowball his team and make sure that Manitoba doesn't get into the late game? Or is someone like the Casa Win going to be able to get it done by Kept? Is he going to be able to pull that off and get the first blood? let us know again in the chat below because you get 5 points towards our RP giveaway if you answer the question first correctly.
That's right. Yeah. So get in that first blood. I gotta say my money might have to be on the Jarvan. I really like that Jarvan early game damage. He really brings a lot to the table in terms of that knock up, and even at level 2, he can come in for a gank and bring a bit of a surprise. And so the Kassadin lane into Galio, obviously the Kassadin is not going to have a lot of kill pressure on the Galio early, but if that Jarvan comes in, they really can create some pressure, and that will alleviate this Galio who's able to push the Kassadin in so well.
So both lanes, interestingly enough, basically the bottom lane is actually just showing off that, hey, our jungler's on the top side, but so is the other team. Everyone's like, we're just going straight for the CS right away.
That's right, yeah.
Not trying to hide any information.
But... yeah, not much information given, and you can see how well the Miami bot lane can push. It just that Caitlyn Karma is so hard to play against. Here comes the Jarvan, level 2.
Yeah, level 2 gank coming in for the Jarvan. He's trying to put down damage onto Deathhawk's gonna get a bunch out of it. So good job by them to get a little bit of a cheese and put some pressure onto Deathhawk.
Yeah, the Galio really low now. Soul did miss the knockup. It just wasn't quite far enough, and if that knockup had landed, it could have been that they could have forced that flash. So not the perfect gank, but really still good pressure out of the.
Yeah, but here he comes again, trying to get towards the lane again. But Dude Salad is there to respond if they try to go hard here. So Soul is actually just gonna walk away. So spend a lot of time here, putting a lot of pressure on this mid lane, trying to make sure Keps can become a carry. Oh, flash!
Yeah, the war goes over out. Flash.
Yeah, Iceberg Slim having to use that flash onto the Caitlyn, so that's going to be a giant stone to spell down early for this Miami Red Hawks.
Yeah, good job by the U of M for blowing that. I'm not exactly sure what that flash, I guess he flashed out of a stun. I didn't quite see...
Yeah, it was PBS using the stun over there, so he just flashed out to not make sure he wasn't in.
Yeah, possibly not necessary to use that summoner spell, but here, Galio, nice damage. He's got that aftershock to make him tanky to get that extra burst. And that is just what that Galio lane does. Pushes you in, bullies you out early, and tough lane for the Kassadin for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So looking to win this lane does Deathhawk. Again, we saw Soul trying to put pressure onto Deathhawk because he knew Cap was playing into a losing lane initially. So we're trying to get that happen. But Deathhawk, again, just press Q over again. And it's fine.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So they're still pretty even in the top lane we're looking at. Here's a trade coming in on the bot lane. Still nothing crazy happening here, but yeah, pretty even top lane. Both of them are very strong in lane, and Camille has gone with that Arcane Comet for a little bit of extra poke, but here's Jarvan in the bottom lane, kind of posturing. He is on the ward though, so he will be spotted out by Miami.
He's gonna walk up right up to Dude Sal. Dude Sal's gonna throw in a spear and try to put down some damage. He's gonna jump onto him, but he's just gonna be able to get away relatively easily. Actually, Dude Sal continues the chase on.
That red buff ticking down.
Yep. But it looks like he's going to be perfectly fine anyway, and as he keeps going, Deathhawk's going to get onto Kept here now, putting on tons of damage. He's getting down real low, but it's not going to be enough to take him out, as Kept's now going to back off. Actually has a 7 CS advantage over there.
Yeah, nice job by Kept to stay ahead in CS, even in spite of that tough lane. Ooh. Oh, here comes Dude Salad. Oh, not quite. Oh. Just misses the spear, but good try by her, and that's nice jungle pressure coming out of Dude Salad. That's just what I wanted to see, is that invading, Nidalee just taking control of that jungle, because Jarvan just cannot match her mobility.
And in case you guys don't know, this is a undefeated University of Manitoba team currently. If they do win this game, it guarantees a spot into the playoffs. It also guarantees some scholarship money to the players. So this is actually a gigantic game for the team. So they know they're taking this game completely seriously, even though they did smash game 1.
Absolutely, a lot on the line, but they are not going to let up here, and you can see that they're playing very aggressively. They're pushing lane, just so successful for the Miami, but the U of M are responding quite well. Ezreal still even in CS to Iceberg Slim.
J4 doing as much work as he can to help his team, has gone down a bit in the kind of working on his jungle, so Dude Salad actually has a little bit of an advantage there, but otherwise you are seeing mostly advantages for the University of Manitoba team. That Iceberg Slim, yeah, getting the slight advantage on that side as well, so it ends up to being basically an even game so far.
Yeah, they were able to get that wave pushed in the bot lane of Miami, and they were able to just get that pressure, which is exactly what that Caitlyn Karma lane wants to do. Nidalee, you expect to see her ahead in CS. That's really what Nidalee is good at. She's got a fast clear. She can move around the jungle so fast, and we want to keep an eye on her to see what she can do with the advantage, because that's the challenge of playing Nidalee, and why you only really see Nidalee jungle in high elo be successful, because you really have to. It's very difficult to take advantage of the farm you can get. Here comes Jarvan on top.
Yeah, trying to make a play happen there, but nicely dodged by Fire Hoops. But Dude Salad is over here as well, so is Soul. So Dude Salad's gonna put some damage. He's gonna jump in now. The flash's gonna come in, and the first blood's gonna go over to Fire Hoops. He's looking to get a second now onto Rodolph as he's just used that ultimate to pick up that first kill. Ooh, the spear expertly dodged by Rodolph, but Deathhawk's gonna come in there to clean that up. That's gonna be a 2-kill advantage over to the Miami Redhawks.
Really, really nice play by the Miami Redhawks. Just such a good roam by Dude Salad, and that's exactly the power of that Nidalee. It feels like she's everywhere. Super good flash ult by Fire Hoops to secure that first kill, and then Deathhawk with the roam. Just really, really well played by Miami in this early game.
Some miscommunication going on there by University of Manitoba. They'll look to continue to clean that up. Rodolph now comes into the flash, and because he's up to both some items, actually can do tons of damage over onto Fire Hoops, who has nothing yet currently, even though he picked up that first kill. But here comes Dude Salad back again to help out Fire Hoops, so Rodolph's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be able to dodge one spear, but here comes the Mega Gnar. Oh, a beautiful for Rodolph to avoid some damage from the Fire Hoops, and Deathhawk's going to come up now. Another dodge of another spear as Rodolph is just trying to use that fancy feat to stay alive. Meanwhile, the rest of the University of Manitoba are here now, ready to fight. Here comes Kevin to put down some damage. Fire Hoops goes down real low, but he's not going to get up. He's dead. Use the flash to be able to finish him off. So Deathhawk is there left alone, and Soul's going to be able to kill on Dude Salad. That's going to be a double kill going over to Kep, and University of Manitoba answer back. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, though, another fight is breaking loose in favor of this Redhawks team, as Alex and Theo is going to pick up one kill, and Hartley's just going to run away. He's not going to get it. The gigantic Mantra Q coming out from this Karma. So much damage. So back and forth action happening in this game.
Oh, super great play by the University of Manitoba top lane, but Alex and Theo answering back in style. Such a good Karma play, and that's what you could do with Karma early, is that crazy damage, just like really great CC. She flashes the Tarek stun and just gets that priority that the Caitlyn Karma lane needs to succeed, and that is the first turret going over to Miami.
Yeah, I've been thinking as a sport player myself that I was thinking, and I thought this last week when we saw a Karma pick, I was like, I don't really like Karma all that much anymore.
It looks pretty good in this game, man.
Looks pretty good when people who are actually good are playing it.
When Alex and Theo plays it, yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the Alex and Theo Karma play. So we'll see what Alex and Theo can do with those 2 kills, which both secured by the support. Not perfect, but really really good, and Karma can just start building damage now, man. That is good.
It's not quite the Ardent Sensor meta where it's like, hey, now we're going to get Ardent Sensor faster and it's going to be incredible. It's still going to be very good, though, because Ardent Sensor is still a good item, but probably just balanced out.
No, you saw that Mantra Q come out, and those are just going to get bigger and bigger as this game progresses into the mid game. And a little bit of attention coming around Mountain Drake right now. So we'll see who gets priority on that. Deathhawk in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Deathhawk looking to put some pressure onto Hartwig over here as he's going to force him back from the lane. But he's going to be kind of fine as the rest of the bot lane for the Redhawks have come towards the mid lane to start pushing in this now. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dude Salad has now come over to the bottom side. He wants a piece of Hartwig, and that pick, that gigantic gank coming out now for Dude Salad, this Nidalee pick that I criticized and you saw it was pretty good. It's working out pretty well.
Oh, it's just so strong when Nidalee gets ahead. And it's like we say, it's hard to play the Nidalee pick because it's hard to know what to do with your advantages. But Dude Salad really using that mobility of the Nidalee, it's such a discouraging thing to play against because it feels like you can't possibly get away from it.
Here we go. Soul is now the next target for Dude Salad and the rest of the team.
Teleport comes in.
Enough to save him. Dude Salad's going to be able to pick up another kill as well. So the ultimate's going to come out from the enemy team here, but it's not going to be enough to save them. Double kill is going to go over now for Dude Salad, and his Nidalee's popping off.
Miami Redhawks just snowballing their lead in a really effective way, and the mid turret also getting pressure right now. The Mountain Drake, they're taking 2 objectives at the same time. They're just doing so much with this advantage, which they know they have to do because they have to outscale that composition.
A lot of work being put in as well. They're looking now to get this mid lane tower as Cassidy is trying to stick around to apply some wave clear, but he can't go in quite yet. They're actually going to be able to pick up the dragon as well as they were doing that there with the turret. Lots of advantage has led to now basically a 3,000 gold league for the Miami Redhawks.
Yeah, 3,000 or more, and Miami Redhawks just taking complete control of this game. It looks like a complete reverse of what we saw last game, and it looks like, I mean, they chose lanes that are able to get lane priority, that are able to get pressure on those turrets, and it's paying off for them. We had the Galio switch to the bottom lane and go with the split push. Now we have Fire Hoops on Gnar going to the bot lane to face up against Hartwig, who's still just trying to catch up and farm. And he is doing okay in picking up that farm. He's still staying relatively even with the Caitlyn, with those 4 assists really doing a lot of work and that BF sword.
Speaking of farm, that brings us to another question for our RP giveaway. Who do you think is going to end up with the most farm and CS in this game? So far, currently, it is Iceberg Slim on the Caitlyn with 97. So again, you get 5 points towards our RP giveaway if you answer the question correctly and you answer it first. So let us know in the chat below. Meanwhile, the fight's breaking out as Rodolph is being engaged on, but Alex Theo's going to get hit with the ultimate, so he's going to go on real low. Dude Sal's going to actually pick up another double kill over here. Nidalee, I'm never questioning a Nidalee pick ever again.
Oh my goodness. It's just Alex and Dude Salad is exceeding my expectations, that's for sure. But Alex and Theo so tanky with that mantra and getting that heal in, and just like the full combo used by University of Manitoba, not able to do anything to that, or not able to finish off the kill on Alex and Theo. So super nice play by Alex and Theo, and they're going to pick up the Rift Herald for the troubles. Also the top lane turret going down, just so many advantages being gained by the Miami Redhawks right now.
Yep, 5,000 gold lead now. Now for the Redhawks early in this game, only 12 minutes in, they picked up a bunch of towers. University of Manitoba has yet to get an objective for themselves. Like you said, they also have that Rift Herald, so that's going to be something that's going to have to be dealt with U of M. And pressure's on. The moment I mentioned this was an important game, it seemed to start going downhill for U of M. So yes, the curse is on.
Stop tilting them, man.
Yeah.
no, really, just great work by the Miami Redhawks in this game so far. They're able to just use that priority, use the pressure that the Nidalee can create, and they are gonna. This team comp is so good when they're ahead because they can just engage, and just keep getting those picks and getting those team fights. And there's not much the University of Manitoba can do. They can stall out, try to get that cast in, blowing people up, but it's so difficult, and it just feels really terrible with that Nidalee being everywhere on the map right now.
And here comes the Rift Herald now as they're looking at it towards this tier 2 mid tower. They're going to push in on it, but the University of Manitoba actually responding pretty well. Oh, Soul taking some damage, so he's going to have to flag and drag away. So that's not going to be actually a whole lot done with that Rift Herald.
Yeah, that Rift Herald, good response by the University of Manitoba. Just stop the bleeding right now is what they're trying to do. They're just trying to stall out a little bit, get that poke down, and the thing is, they kind of want to find a fight, and Camille is supposed to be able to face up against this Gnar in the top lane, but they're having to send Soul up there to kind of hang out beside him so that he can, here's the gauge. Yeah, Dude Salad, very fed, not going to do much against that Tarek still.
Yeah, that's the one tank target you probably aren't going to be able to two-shot over here currently, but Dude Salad's well on his way to being able to do that to anybody. They're just continuing to push in the lane for the Miami team.
If that Q had hit, I think Hartwig was dead. That's Dude Salad just can burst so hard, and Hartwig getting a little bit lucky in that situation.
And another turret, it goes down, so that's going to be a second tier mid-2 turret for Miami Redhawks. So they just continue the siege and continue the pressure.
And actually a full item, the Rod of Age is completed on Kept, and not quite the Abyssal Mask completed yet on Deathhawk. So Cassidy with 2 kills, definitely the strongest, definitely kind of the anchor right now for the University of Manitoba, and they want to start to get him snowballing. I believe he's got that presence of mind going on, so if he starts getting kills in a team fight, he can just keep using those spells without mana costs, and just keep the pressure on in those team fights. But here comes the teleport.
Teleport coming down. Here comes Fire Hoops to join the rest of the Galio Deathhawk to join the rest of the team as they continue to put on this pressure in the bot lane. That Gnar I mentioned is over on the top side, just 1v1ing with Rodolph. So they're pulling off a 4-1 here currently, while they have mid lane kind of in the middle. So just a general siege going on by nice spear.
Nice Q. Not quite Zoe, not quite the same as old Nidalee, but that Q still is pretty crazy. And last game we talked about the pushing power of Gnar and how he's able to bully out those lanes with that summon, or with that ranged auto attacks. And so Rodolph definitely kind of getting a taste of his own medicine in this game. The stopwatch saves him.
Yeah, Stopwatch is able to get the save there. One more auto attack's not going to be enough, even with the trap, to secure the kill onto Heartwig, so he's going to be barely alive. Good job by Iceberg Slim to steal a ton of damage and force out the Stopwatch. So again, they're now looking over at inhibitor turrets already in only 16 minutes into this game.
They also forced out the KBS Taric ultimate, and so that's just going to be so difficult to play against. Look at that burst out of Alex and Theo, kept down to below half HP.
Oh, here we go. Cool's gonna go hard. He's gotta make something happen. He wants to make it happen now. Cassidy can do some damage if he's going to help, but Deathhawk's gonna ultimate in and protect his teammates. Captain's actually go down to Deathhawk as he's gone way too low. Rodolph's gonna pick up one kill on Iceberg Slip on the other side, but Heartwig's gonna pick up a kill onto Deathhawk there as well, so it ends up being a 2-for-2. So you'll take that right now as U of M.
That's exactly, yeah, U of Manitoba will take that. Deathhawk with the hero play goes in, flashes into 1v4 to take down Kept. I'm not sure if that was worth it, but good job by him. Really nice ultimate there, and but U of M will take that fight, that's for sure. The 2-for-1. Except Dude Salad also caught out.
Yes, they were able to stop their bats here. Oh, it does miss that stun. That would have been gigantic if they were able to pull it off. So with those Qs coming up from Fire Hoops, they're actually able to walk away. Not to catch it.
Yeah, Dude Salad lucky that wrong angle on that Taric stun basically saved his life there, because he does not have his flash up, and so he would not have been able to escape that. So good job by them getting out though. And the Cloud Drake is next. Unfortunate for U of Manitoba, they kind of have pressure around the map there right now, or they kind of could have an opportunity to take that. It's just not worth the risk though for them to go for a Cloud Drake.
Yeah, and surprisingly, an early lead in deaths here for Rodov on this team, which brings me to our RP giveaway question. Who do you think is going to have the most deaths? Do you think it's going to continue to be Rodov in this game? If you are able to answer that, once again, you get 5 points towards our RP giveaway. So let us know in chat who you think is going to end up who's going to be the big fear of this game.
Yeah, and Iceberg Slim's still leading that CS advantage, and it looks like he's going to keep doing that. I mean, if I were Iceberg Slim, I just want to be farming all over the map and trying to get those item spikes. He already has the 2 items completed, and Caitlyn on 2 items is doing a lot more damage than Ezreal on 2 items, since it is that Infinity Edge and Fire Cannon, which is just such crazy auto attacks and crits that you're getting even just from those 2 items. Very little armor so far on the University of Manitoba side, and so that Caitlyn's so
throwing a
scary.
headshot and a Q and a high caliber net, it's a lot of burst that's going to happen basically in a microsecond for Iceberg Slim right now.
And plenty of peel, the Karma, the Galio, just able to keep that Caitlyn safe. Very, very scary to fight right now for the U of M. And you saw it before, they got a really nice engage, and Miami didn't play it perfectly, still only a 2-for-2.
So they're now looking over towards this top side jungle on the U of M side. They're all trying to get into these deep wards. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds over towards Baron, so that's being set up, the vision by both teams to try to make sure they can secure that objective coming up soon.
Yeah, the University of Miami, we're doing a great job. They do take the dragon now. They were doing a great job before of keeping that pressure on. It has alleviated a little bit, and I think the U of M are doing a good job of kind of sitting back, gathering their thoughts, being able to sort of reset in terms of being pressured on the map and staying a little bit safer, and that has led to a bit of a stalemate. And that's where it's tough to use this Nidalee, because you don't have a lot of team fight presence, although she does have a lot of damage, but you're not able to create the pressure you were in the early game because there aren't as many objectives, and the objectives are more difficult to take. So good job by U of M to reset here, and they are defending this turret.
Because they do scale pretty well. That Cassidy is still going to be a very deep late game threat if they get to that point of the game. And Rodov over here can end up being a lot of additional damage as well. The utility from Heartwig can be used to clean up everything. So there's lots of late game potential for University of Manitoba.
Yeah, but this tower, very difficult to defend. Looks like U of M might try their luck, though. The Jarvan is coming up, Caston coming up, and yeah, the Miami will back off of that. But you saw already the damage coming out of that Caitlyn. Here comes Soul.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get an ultimate down onto Dude Salad. He's going to take him out, so Cassidy is going to be able to pick up that kill. There is no teleport coming in from the other side as Fire Hoops has that down. So they saw him in the bot lane, saw an opportunity, and they're able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, nice work by U of M, and their patience has paid off. They were able to just play a little more passively, and Dude Salad overextended, just like exactly what they were looking for. So nice work by the U of M.
Iceberg Slim, they're looking to challenge Soul for something.
Taking a couple of Krugs there, yeah.
He's actually forcing him to back off because he doesn't know who's with them currently. unsure if like maybe the rest of the team was going to be right behind if they engage really hard here. But now they are just backing off. They took a little bit of CS, a little bit of the jungle, and they're going to be able to set up now. That Baron is alive now. Both teams are looking at it. Rodolph over the bot lane, but he does have teleport, so that's going to be a big objective coming up soon.
Yeah, good vision by the U of M around that pit, although they really have just mostly vision in their jungle, which is what they need. It's just not quite as useful for that Baron fight because they do not know if Miami is approaching the Baron from the normal spot that they would approach it from. So they want to try to look to get that Scuttle Crab, very important objective right now, although neither of these teams take Baron particularly quickly. And so it might be a few minutes yet before we see a real contesting of that Baron objective.
Yeah, exactly. They are pinging over towards it now and looking towards potentially getting it. But it's all going to be a slow setup here as both teams have proven to be fairly careful when they need to be. But yeah, Manitoba does have to start making a play soon.
Yeah, that's right, because we still have that gold lead coming out. We still have that team fight threat.
Yep. So as we look towards potentially this gigantic fight here, the best KDA player is currently the Karma at 3-0-6. So who do you think is going to end up being the best KDA player over everyone on Twitch chat? Again, you get a chance at a RP giveaway. Get 5 points for answering the question correctly first. Do you think it'll continue on Alex and Theo, or do you think maybe Kep is going to pop off and have tons of kills coming up? It might be decided at that Baron fight.
Yeah, we still have Rodolph taking top spot for deaths, and that is closely matched by Soul with 3. But Iceberg Slim, if you voted for Iceberg Slim for the CS lead, you are just rooting for Iceberg Slim to get into those solo lanes as opposed to Fire Hoops, which may not be the most beneficial thing for Miami's win, but it's for you if you voted for her in the CS league.
Yeah, and that's what really matters. That's what
right. What really matters is that free RP. Everyone, just remember that. You heard it here first.
Yeah, skins are the only thing that matters. So 23 minutes into this game, we are seeing pressure being put on by the Miami Redhawks into the mid lane tower. They're trying to get priority here and potentially get a fight. Oh, that damage coming out of Iceberg Slim's only 2 auto attacks onto Hartwig is going to take him down to half health.
Yeah, and the poke coming out from Miami right now is really difficult. If you get poked down too much, but here's the engage.
Yeah, Tower comes out. Tower comes all down, so he's unstoppable for a little while. Soul's gonna meanwhile do the follow-up. Deathhawk though is gonna try to come in for the save, but that's gonna be the first kill coming out. Poor Rodon's gonna get shut down. Dude Sal's gonna pick up the kill on the Soul the other way, but Camille's gonna pick up a second kill as well. Deathhawk's gonna pick up one now as well too. So it's just back and forth action as it's now a 4 for 2. And no, Deathhawk's not done yet. He's gonna take out Rodolph. That's a complete ace now for the Miami Redhawks.
And that might be it. The engage was something that sort of had to happen for U of M. They had to go for something, otherwise they would just slowly bleed objectives. But it just Fire Hoops in the backline, 1v2ing, just so strong. Hartwig and KBS basically weren't in that fight at all because Fire Hoops was just pressuring them away from the fight. And Rodolph did manage to take out Dude Salad, but it wasn't enough. And the University of Miami is going to get 2 inhibitor turrets and 1 inhibitor out of this. And that is just so strong for their Baron pressure right now.
And as much as we talk about Dude Salad's work in that game, Deathhawk on the Galio has made these team fights super hard for University of Manitoba, and his ultimate coming out there was a gigantic way to save his backline and able to answer back some of the kills that were coming because you saw Rodolph looking like potentially carrying that fight, but
yeah, it just took them forever to take out Dude Salad once that Galio ult came down, and they had to spend so much on that Nidalee that Iceberg Slim was able to roam free, Fire Hoops was able to roam free in that fight, and just didn't work out for the U of M.
So now we're seeing Manitoba. Now we're seeing an Iceberg Slim winning both the CS and the KDA winner. So if that was who you were voting for, Iceberg Slim is popping off in this game as well.
Yeah, and the Infernal Drake coming up, the University of Manitoba might try to take this opportunity to just trade those objectives, although I think that Baron would be way too strong, and if U of M is trying to... Soul just... Sorry, I wasn't even finished my thought, and Soul just got taken out.
Yeah, interestingly, double rapid fire cannon instead of going with a static strip the second one. Unique passes don't stack, which is...
I think that seems like a mistake by to me, but I mean, he's much higher elo than I am, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, well,
that doesn't seem quite
maybe
right.
There's a meta breaking thing we don't know about, but
yeah, I'm going on pro builds after this and checking out what Sneaky did. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. And the thing is, now if you sell it, it's sort of gold inefficient, so it's,
Oh well.
too bad. I think it was just unlucky, and I don't think
I think they don't care. They're 18 and 8 right now in kills.
Those
they're
two,
a couple more towers.
Caitlyn double wielding those rapid fire cannons is just gonna be a-okay for this this particular game, I think.
I think Caitlyn was just tired of buying swords to make your gun stronger. He's like, no, more guns.
No, I want guns. That's right. Yeah.
Right,
here's the engage again from Rodolph. He does go in.
Here. He's gonna be able to do it, but here comes Deadhawk trying to protect his team. The first kill is gonna go over to Iceberg Slim himself. But it's going to be answered back quickly by the Cassidy, but it doesn't matter much because everyone else is dying on University of Manitoba. The rest of them are gone. That's going to be an ace, and that's going to be the game in favor of the Miami Redhawks.
Once again, the U of M tries to make that engage happen. They do kill their target, but they just have to spend so many resources just to kill one person. Iceberg Slim survived so long, and congratulations to the University of Miami. They even it up.
There we go. It's the best of 3. Game 2 has been taken by the blue side over here. Again, that's the Miami Redhawks. So we are going to be going into a 3rd game now between these 2 teams. Once again, University of Manitoba undefeated in matches, and if they win this match, they would make their way to the playoffs. So they really want to win this game 3, and we're set up for an incredible action coming up. But we're going to take a quick break while we wait for these players to get back into the Champ Select, and we'll do it all over again. So we'll see you all back in a few moments here for the University of Manitoba Bisons versus the Miami Redhawks.